Everybody, it's your boy Depopulated AI. My recording sort of died, so what I'm doing is a Brawlhalla tier list, and I'm gonna do this tier list on characters I could beat in a fight. So in the F tier, we have Jiro. He's in the F tier because you gotta press F in the chat because that's how bad he got clapped. So he is my child, and I could beat my child to death if I want to. And Koji is the brother of Jiro. That's what I say, which means I'm gonna beat his twin to death. And then there's Scarlet. Scarlet's also in the F tier next to Caspian. The only reason why Caspian's there is because he's a simp. Simps follow their girl wherever they go. Although Scarlet may not like Caspian, Caspian will rip off his limbs to protect his non-lover that he loves. Even if he may be my son, and he may be a failed experiment as a child, but he still knows how to fight, but he lets down his father very much because of his simpiness. And simps are never a good thing. So then, in the clap tier, we have Yumiko. Yumiko's a cat girl. Cat girls can't fight. They say meow meow and distract their opponent because they cannot handle the amount of anime inside of Yumiko. And then we have Ada. Like I said before, all I have to do is break Ada's right eye, and then she's dead. And then we have Onyx. Onyx is just mud and fire. Put water in there, and then she just becomes a pile of dead. So it's just a pretty simple clap. Then we have the one tier. We have Hattori there. Hattori is just a princess. She can't do much. She watched her husband get killed in front of her own eyes, and she can't really fight for herself. Although she may have a shank and a pointy stick, that doesn't mean she can fight. That means she can girl, because she's doing very girly things. Like, she's doing girly spins and twirls. It's basically just a magic show when she fights. Now you see me, now you don't. Then we have Mirage. Mirage, I always thought that she was a candle master, because I thought whatever she had was wax. But she's literally just a pharaoh. Pharaohs are just things. But she shoots sand at you. She's gonna use sand attack to lower your agility. So I feel like whenever I'd fight Mirage, she'd just be throwing a sandbox in my eyes, but it wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't be much to stop me, since I am a beast, and I can easily kill her. And then there's Sir Roland. Sir Roland's a pop-off type guy. He's like Ken and Richter. They both pop off, except he pops off for the dumbest of things. He pops off if he breaks his arm, if his sibling dies, and he can brag about it. He'll pop off saying that his grandpa has ADHD or something, and he can't really fight because one time he stabbed himself. Now we have the 50-50 tier. We have Orion in the 50-50 tier. 2 words. He's a Robo-Man. He has fast SIGs and stuff, but like I feel like if he came charging at me full throttle with a pointy, then it wouldn't be enough to stop me, so considering the amount of beast I am. But I feel like if he were to, if he were to, like, hit me in the face with a circle spinny, then I feel like I would die. And then we have Ashuri. Ashuri is a furry, and furries scare me. So for this third one in 50-50, we have Fate. Fate can do some hocus pocus stuff, and she's very confusing. You know, she can Wizard of Waverly place me, and then I'll just turn into a frog or something. And I don't want to turn into a frog by just fighting a simple My Little Witch Academia girl. And then there's Sidra. Sidra can summon a Kraken, and Krakens are not very good. But, you know, she may have skilled combat, very skilled combat. I mean, by skilled combat, I mean a gun. And that gun can do some very, very, very questionable things to your body. And that gun is not very good, since it can summon for Kraken. And we all know that Krakens are bad. That's why I think it'll be a 50-50. Kaya, she can just freeze me to death. She can give me hypothermia and make me die. And I don't want to have hypothermia and die. Feel me? But she may have high defense, but she's very slow. So I can just crack her a few times, and then I would win. But it's still 50-50, depending on how she is. Now, Queen Nai, on the other hand, she's Snake Woman. Snake Woman bad, Snake Woman scary, Snake Woman also kind of hairy. So that's why I think that she can beat me 50-50. But I don't think she can also beat me because she's not smart. Like all Queen Nai mains, they're not smart. All they do is spam. Or do the same combo with guitars, like every guitar legend. And then next up in the 50-50, well, now we're in the one where I lost. Number 1 is Nyx. Nyx, she's the Grim Reaper herself. And I don't want to fight against the Grim Reaper. So, and plus she can rip me to shreds with her scythe. And I don't want that to happen. I still want my body intact and no pieces all over the floor. And then we have Val. Val is a cyborg. Cyborg is what Genos is. And Val is Genos. Just the female variant. And you see that explosion right there? Val would do that to my face if I tried to touch her. If I got within 2 centimeters in her face, she would touch my face and I would explode. That's why I would have lost right then and there. Then there's Diana. Diana, she's a trained woman. She's like a hunter. But here's the problem. It's hard for me to focus when she's smacking me around with that bow of hers. She's gonna knock me unconscious. It's like a KO punch from Little Mac. I swear. That's all she does. She's gonna be very, very, very annoying with that bow. Then she's gonna give me a concussion, and then I'm gonna have a hemorrhage. Then I'll be colorblind, and then I'll be blind. And then she's gonna put me in a coma, and then I pretty much will probably die from that coma. Next up in the I Lost is Isaiah. Isaiah has guns. And I feel like he could just put a bullet through my brain in an instant. And that's not very good, because I don't want anything in my body when I die. Well, I don't want to be killed. And that's why I think I lost. But he also has that attack drone of his, which explodes. And we don't know what he has inside his inventory. Like, he is a god. He has explosives and everything. So, he's not the type of man you want to mess with. Next up in the I Lost is Core. I know, granted, that, that Onyx may be rocks, but Core is also rocks. But the thing is, when you put water on him, he can rebuild from his rocks. Have you not seen Core Downsig? Core Downsig is a beast! Like, he will take my life away in an instant. But he will let me live as he beats me to a pulp. Then there's the I'm done. You see, then on top of the I'm done, like, they're gonna beat me to a pulp, there's Wu Shang. I feel like Wu Shang would just Tai Chi Panda me to death, and then probably crack my jawline or snap my neck or put me in a chiropractor or something. Well, all I know is that he's not to mess with. Right next to him is Lin Fei. You see, both of them have spiritual powers, but the thing is, one of them can summon a Chinese dragon on me, and I don't want that on me. So, if I did try to contest her, I probably would be in the ER for the next 3 years, with my spine shoved into my knee. And next up in the I Lost, well, I'm done, is Nash. Nash is a literal beast. He's a man beast. Like, he's worse than a furry. He's trying to become one, and that's not very good. You see, Nash is a literal demon, and that's why you don't want to mess with him. Now I'm gonna give you one more good look at that tier list. Next up on the list we have Thor. Now Thor, he's just more lightning Obama Sentinel. But the thing is, he's weaker than Sentinel because it's not Obama. And that's what makes him in the I'm done tier. So, I feel like, oh god, I feel like he would just smack me across the face with his hammer or something, or summon the lightning god from above, light and justice strike me, and then he'll just leave me cook fried, and I'm over here looking like a cockroach on the floor. Then we have Ranger. You see, Ranger, he's trying, I can't explain many words for Ranger himself. I'm stuttering because he scares me. He wants my daughter, his Ember waifu, Ranger waifu, that's it's called. He calls my daughter M-kun. I don't appreciate that, so, but he still would beat me because of his sheer, raw, Chad strength. And he would just cook me, literally. And then there's Ember. Ember's right after that. She doesn't make anything better because she doesn't like me. She's a very bad daughter who doesn't like discipline, and she can't be taught anything because she doesn't listen. All she does is be a girl and not shop. She's a girl that doesn't like shopping, and that's hard to top. That's almost impossible to see. But then, like, I feel like if I didn't give her what she wants, she would kill me. But she wouldn't kill me because I'm her dad. I adopted her. I raised her. I found her in the woods eating monkeys. So I adopted her illegally, and then she became my daughter. And then, next up in the tier list is none other than Vector Man himself. You see, Vector Man, he is an attack plane. All he has to do is this. All the time. And I don't want to mess with that. You see that right there? See this is menacing enough. Now, seeing this in, like, a play style. See him? All he has to do is just attack helicopter. And that, like, attack plane. An attack plane is enough to kill you. And that, but he doesn't kill me because I created him. See, I created Vector. Vector's name is Vector 7. That's what he's called. That's what I call him because that's what I named him. I call him Vector 7 because there already was Vector 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. But he's the 7th Vector in this world, and he shall be loved like the 7th Vector in this world. Next up, we have in the tier where I would be killed in a fight against them. We have Cross. You see Cross? Even if I did beat him in a fight, it's not a win-win. He can just summon his mafia people and then get them to kill me, which I don't feel like is good. But like, no matter what, this can go out in many different ways. First off, he can put a bullet in my head, or he can just beat me to a pulp with his gauntlet powers. He's literally like a god. He can use scary, spooky, otherworldly, shadowy spirit friends and then kill me. Next up in the I'm Dead tier is Volkov. Volkov is he's a a la carte vampire human magic thing prince king. And he's a vampire. And vampires, we all know that vampires love eating people. And I'm people, which means he loves eating me. And I don't want to be eaten by some sweet Volkov. See, Volkov's already as menacing as he already looks. And that's why I don't want to mess with him. Next up in the I'm Dead tier is Mordex. Mordex, he is a literal, he's the epitome of a beast. He would tear me to shreds and call me Karen. I will be his breakfast for the next 3 years. Because he will conserve my body. And then he'll have a plan of my body and just continue regrowing me. And that's what I don't appreciate. Like, he will have a farm out of me. And that's not good. So that's why I don't want to do that. Next up we have Zol. Now Zol, he has a very large criminal history between bank theft, tax fraud, tax evasion, and second degree murder, and assault. loves fist fighting. And one time he almost killed his bank man, the bank clerk. And I don't want to fight him because he would kill me. He got arrested for that last time. Next up we have Brawlhalla and Lucian. See, Brawlhalla is just a Mexican raider, and you don't want to mess with that. He will literally drive around in a taco truck that has an AK attached to on the back with some grenades on the side, and he'll call that a tank, and it is a tank because of the driver, and that driver is Brawlhalla. He can fight for himself. If you can't tell how buff that man is, he's already as intimidating as it is, and you don't want to mess with that. He's a very, very deadly man. He should be taken seriously. Like, cause if you don't, him and his Mexican gang are gonna kill you. They're gonna call you, and then they're gonna call you and say you better be prepared to fight because we're about to turn you into some tacos. That's exactly what they're gonna say, because they want to eat some tacos. It's either that, or they're just gonna turn you into chicken, because they like chicken, especially Brawlhalla. Brawlhalla looks like he likes chicken. Then we have Lucian. Now Lucian, if you don't tell by the way he stands, if you don't know that he's deadly, then you are an idiot. Because Lucian is a dangerous man, and he should not be messed around with. He stands like a god, and he should be feared like a god, and he should be worshipped. Because him and his Glocks those are his toys. His real weapons are dangerous. They form skulls as he shoots. That's something not to mess with. And he would kill me within an instant. Now Azoth is just clicky clacky. I understand if he's just a pile of bones, but that pile of bones can summon spirits from the other world, and he could just chop my head clean off if he wanted to. But the thing is, me and him are in an allegiance, which means we're chill. You know, we don't try to kill each other. But like he said, if you ever try to do something funny, I will kill you right here on the spot. And I don't want to be killed right there on the spot. So I decided to live as a peaceful human person that I was. And then I mind my business like nothing happens. Would never be murders, children, or elderly people. So then on the next tier we have Ulgrim. See, Ulgrim may be short and fat, according to the Ben 10 trailer, but I feel like I'd be distracted by just looking at him because he has the perfect body as a man. He is a god. Ulgrim is the god of gods. He has the beautifulest of bodies, and it should be worshipped, and it should be trademarked. He should have his own brand. He should have an exercising routine. He should have an eating routine. And when it comes to fighting, all he has to do is, like, he's just that intimidating. You just die from shock when you look at his beautiful body. Now Sentinel is Obama, and Obama was the U.S. president. The thing about the U.S. president is something rather not very good. See, the U.S. president had the power of the Pentagon. See, Obama, he has the power of the Pentagon, and he also has the power of the lightning. So all he has to do is cook me, and then I'd be dead, because that's what he does. He's not meant to be played around with. He can cook me, and then I'll die. I'll give you one last look at the tier list before we move on to like the final couple. Tier list, we have Eros. See, now Eros, like most things I'm gonna say, he is a beast. But Mordex is the beastiest of beasts in this entire beast group. Next to Zol. Zol, he's the most dangerous person to fight. You see, Teros, he can just rip my skull open with his 2 fingers, with his pinky and his thumb. And that's what I don't want to mess with. And then right next to him, we have Rayman. Now Rayman, here's the thing about Rayman. He's not dangerous. He may look all nice and friendly, like hiya, but what he really means is to die. When he says hi, he means die. That's exactly what he means when he sees you. And like, it's only if you're mean to him. Like, he'll laugh around if you make fun of him or something, you know. And then he says, "Watch it later." He says, "Watch yourself later, because soon you're about to die." And the fact that he doesn't have any limbs doesn't make it any better. So I feel like if I were walking alone in a dark alleyway, his extendo arms could just drag me across the entire alleyway into his secret children lair, where he keeps all his enemies held captive. Most of them are kids that calls him names, but that's the one thing we don't want. See, he's a very dangerous man, and he shouldn't be messed around with. He will drag you from one place to another. He will drag you across the entire country if he has to with those extendo arms of his. Next up is Zariel. See, I can explain this to Zariel. Zariel, he's a god. And I feel like all he has to do is just put me in a cage and just start rattling me in it. Because I know he's going to throw me down a mountainside or something with that. And that's why I don't mess with him. See, me and him, we don't talk. Because I don't want to die. And we all know that people love living. And I feel like people love living because they want to live. That's how it works. Then next up, we have Petra. Petra is a literal Super Saiyan. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to kill you. Petra, she is the Super Saiyan god Rose. That's so uncanon that it's deadly. Now, next up, last on the list, we have Cassidy. See, now Cassidy, she has many things wrong with her. See, all she has to do is smack you across the face with her ultimate hammer. She can dislocate your jaw within an instant and you'll die. And if I'm missing any characters, it's probably because they're too intimidating, because they would kill me. Now you see, Lord Vrax over here, I could easily clap him in a fight. You see, although that man voice has one thing going for him. You see that right there? He's ready to crack your skull open. But that doesn't mean I'm ready to crack his open. Because I am, and I'm not afraid to. I will put a hole through your brain if I have to. And then we have Thatch. You see Thatch? He's a pirate, yar. But you know, pirates get what they have. See, all I have to do is set him a sail with no fruit, catch scurvy, and he dies. And I feel like he would just die so easily in a fight. And then there's Dusk. Dusk, he's just too intimidating for me. All he has to do is, it's a 50-50, because he can either impale me, or I can cave his skull in. But I don't want to go through that. So that's why we don't talk. And I hope you enjoyed today's video, other than the fact that I did include Bryn, because Bryn sucks.